What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you're probably doing something to your transmission that will destroy it within a year? And here's the kicker, your dealership told you it was perfectly fine. Nearly 6% of modern transmissions are failing within their warranty period, costing owners between $4,000 and $8,000 to replace. That's the price of a decent used car, gone because of advice you trusted. For decades, you've been told that transmission fluid is lifetime, that certain driving habits are harmless, and that manufacturers know best. But here's what they don't want you to know. Transmission builders like ZF and ASIN recommend completely different maintenance schedules than the car companies selling you the vehicle. Why? Because car manufacturers profit when your transmission fails right after the warranty expires. Today, I'm exposing 7 deadly transmission mistakes that you're probably making right now, mistakes that could cost you $7,000 or more. Master these secrets, and you'll extend your transmission life from 100,000 miles to 300,000 or beyond. Hit that subscribe button right now. Let's expose the truth. Mistake number 1, believing the lifetime fluid. Lie, most people see lifetime transmission fluid in their owner's manual and think, great, one less thing to worry about. Your Ford, Toyota, Honda, GM, or Chrysler dealership tells you fluid changes are unnecessary, maybe even harmful. But here's the dirty secret. Lifetime doesn't mean the lifetime of your vehicle. It means the lifetime of the warranty, 5 years or 100,000 miles. AmSoil's technical analysis puts it bluntly. Filled for life really means filled for the life of the warranty. And let's be real, there's a massive contradiction here. ZF Transmissions, which builds transmissions for BMW, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, recommends fluid changes every 50,000 to 80,000 miles. Yet vehicle manufacturers using these exact same transmissions claim the fluid is lifetime. Here's what actually happens. Transmissions consistently fail between 80,000 and 120,000 miles when you follow the lifetime recommendation. Cable Dahmer Chrysler dealership admits this often results in transmission problems appearing between 80,000 and 120,000 miles. The solution is straightforward. Change your transmission fluid every 40,000 to 60,000 miles. Use the drain and fill method with exact OEM-specified fluid. Those generic universal fluids will destroy your transmission. Following the lifetime advice means transmission replacement at 90,000 miles costing $4,500 to $8,000. Proper maintenance with fluid changes every 50,000 miles at $200 to $300 each, $600 to $900 over 150,000 miles. You're saving $3,600 to $7,100. If you own a Ford F-150 Explorer or Mustang with ZF transmissions, Ford claims 150,000-mile intervals, but ZF says 60,000. Toyota 4Runner, Tundra, and Tacoma owners report dealers refusing fluid changes, forcing them to sign liability waivers or go elsewhere. And if that shocked you, wait until you hear about the high-mileage flush trap that mechanics use to destroy perfectly good transmissions. Mistake number 2, the high-mileage flush trap. Your mechanic inspects your 120,000-mile transmission, sees dark fluid, and says, "You need a transmission flush immediately." You think, better late than never. Here's what they don't tell you. If your transmission has 100,000 plus miles and has never had the fluid changed, a power flush will likely destroy it within 500 miles. The truth is, microscopic clutch plate debris actually helps worn clutches grip properly. Power flushing strips this away, leaving smooth, worn clutches unable to engage. Years of contamination solidify into sludge. A power flush dislodges this sludge, clogging valves downstream. One Honda FJ Cruiser owner reported, had a Lexus specialty shop flush the transmission fluid, after which it had a shudder. Dealerships warn, vehicles with high mileage, there are cases where customers complain of shifting problems after the flush. Here's what the pros do. Under 60,000 miles with maintenance history, power flush is safe. Over 100,000 miles never serviced? Use the 3x3 method. Drain and fill, drive 500 miles, repeat 3 times. This gradually replaces fluid without shock. A power flush runs $200 to $300 plus a $4,000 replacement. The drain and fill approach, $600 to $900 total, saves the transmission and $3,200. This applies to Honda Odyssey and Pilot from 2009 and newer, Acura TL and MDX, Ford 6R transmissions in F-150s, and GM 6L80 and 8L90 in Silverados. But even with correct fluid and method, there's one deadly mistake sitting on your mechanic's shelf right now. Mistake number 3, using the wrong fluid specification. You trust your mechanic knows what fluid goes in your vehicle. Quick lube shops use universal ATF, claiming it works in everything. You think, it's red, it says ATF, it'll be fine. But here's the kicker. This causes complete transmission failure faster than anything else. Modern transmissions require specific friction modifiers engineered for their clutch materials and operating pressures. For CVT transmissions, adding regular ATF is a death sentence. CVTs use a steel belt on steel pulleys with only fluid friction between them. Regular ATF lacks the friction modifiers needed. Result? Belt slips, metal-on-metal contact, complete failure within miles. Real case, a Toyota Corolla hatchback went in for 60,000-mile service. The dealer added ATF-WS instead of CVT fluid. After discovering the error, the owner was warned, this could still have serious consequences. The simple fix, find your exact specification in your owner's manual. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep require ATF +4. Honda and Acura need ATF Z1. Nissan CVTs require NS2 or NS3 only. Ford uses Merkin V, LV, or ULV, not interchangeable. GM Post 2006 needs Dexron 6. Generic universal ATF costs $96 to $144. OEM-specific fluid costs $144 to $216. Extra cost for correct fluid, $48 to $72. Cost of using wrong fluid, $4,000 to $7,000. You're saving $3,900 to $6,900. If you're finding this information valuable, hit that like button to help other car owners discover these truths. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the driving habit grinding your transmission gears to dust. Mistake number 4. Shifting before stopping. You're backing out of a driveway, and before the car fully stops, you shift from reverse to drive, or shifting drive to reverse while still rolling. You think it's only 1 or 2 miles per hour, saves 2 seconds. But here's the dirty secret. This destroys $2,500 to $4,500 worth of components. Automatic transmissions are rigid linear operations. When you shift while moving, you're forcing gear teeth to grind at different speeds, creating shock loads never designed for. Christian Brothers Automotive states, the sudden shift causes significant strain on transmission components. It's like tugging your vehicle in 2 different directions simultaneously. Real case? A father launching a 1,500-pound sailboat would shift park to drive while rolling backward. The shift shock rocked the whole car. The transmission failed prematurely. The 2-second rule, press brake firmly, wait for complete stop, then shift. Count 1 Mississippi before shifting. Time, lost, 2 seconds per shift, 5 minutes yearly. Cost of shift while moving, $2,500 to $4,500 premature failure. Cost of waiting, $0. This particularly damages Honda and Acura CVTs, heavy trucks like F-150s and Silverados, and fragile Nissan CVTs. Now, here's something millions do thinking they're helping, but it's causing more damage. Mistake number 5. Shifting to neutral at red lights. Most people shift to neutral at red lights thinking, this saves fuel and reduces wear. Your grandfather taught you this decades ago, but here's what they don't tell you. This creates more transmission wear and provides 0 benefits. Modern fuel injection idles at minimum consumption in drive or neutral. Actual fuel difference, less than 0.01 miles per gallon, negligible. Transmission wear actually increases. Every neutral to drive shift creates clutch engagement cycles and hydraulic pressure surges. Car talks click and clack. Every time you shift from neutral into drive, you jolt all the moving parts of the drivetrain. Real case. A 2019 Honda CVT owner regularly shifted to neutral at lights. The transmission developed slippage from repeated engagement cycles. The repair shop explained, flipping repeatedly puts too much pressure on inner components they gave up. CVT replacement, $4,000 to $6,000. The simple fix. Keep your transmission in drive at all stoplights. Hold the brake pedal. Only shift to park if stopped 5+ minutes. Fuel saved by neutral, $0. Cost of CVT failure from neutral shifting, $4,000 to $6,000. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more money-saving automotive insights. But here's a parking habit causing $800 damage to a component you didn't know existed. Mistake number 6. Parking without the parking brake. You park on an incline, shift to park, release the brake, done. You think the parking brake is optional only for steep hills. It sits unused for months. But here's the truth. This stresses an $800 to $1,200 component to its breaking point. Park does not hold your vehicle's weight, it prevents engine power from reaching wheels when running. The parking pawl is a small metal pin engaging a notched ring on the output shaft. It was never designed to hold vehicle weight against gravity. Street smart transmission. Contrary to common thinking, the parking pawl's job is not to keep the car parked. This is the e-brake's job. The math: a 4,400-pound vehicle on a 30-degree incline creates 679 pounds of constant force on the parking pawl. At 45 degrees, 3,111 pounds of force on a component not designed to support weight. Real case: a Honda Ridgeline rolled 4 feet on a moderate incline when left in park without parking brake. Correct sequence: foot on brake, engage parking brake first, let vehicle settle, then shift to park, release foot brake. Cost to engage parking brake: $0, adds 2 seconds. Parking pawl replacement cost: $800 to $1,200 minimum, requires transmission removal. Heavy vehicles face highest risk: Silverados, F-150s, Tahoes, Expeditions. Now, if you tow anything, there's one modification dealerships won't mention that prevents $7,000 failures. Mistake number 7. Towing without a transmission cooler. Your owner's manual says your truck is rated to tow 5,000 to 7,000 pounds. You think the factory equipment is adequate, but manufacturers don't tell you factory cooling is barely adequate for maximum towing. Heat is the #1 transmission killer. Monster Transmissions Research. Every 20 degrees Fahrenheit increase above 200 degrees cuts transmission life nearly in half. Temperature progression: 180 degrees is normal. 200 degrees, lifespan reduced 50%. 220 degrees, reduced 75%. 240 degrees, failure imminent. Real case: a Honda Pilot owner towing a trailer nowhere near 5,000 pounds received transmission overheating messages. Dealer response: you need a cooler. Ford Bronco Sport base model rated 1,500 pounds. Tow package rated 2,000 pounds. Difference: larger transmission cooler. Install external transmission cooler before first tow. Options: tube and fin basic, $50 to $100. Plate and fin, $100 to $180. Stacked plate best, $150 to $300. Without cooler, towing at capacity causes failure at 60 to 80,000 miles, $4,000 to $7,000 replacement. With cooler investment, $1,250 to $2,000 over 200,000 miles. You're saving $2,000 to $5,750. Critical for Honda Pilot and Passport: Acura MDX, Ford F-150, Ram 2500 and 3500. Nissan and Honda CVTs shouldn't to tow at all. Finally, if you own this brand, you need to know about the biggest transmission disaster in history. Bonus warning: the Nissan CVT catastrophe. You bought a Nissan Altima, Rogue, Pathfinder or Sentra because the salesman said CVT provides better fuel economy and smooth operation. You followed Nissan's 60,000-mile fluid recommendation. But here's the dirty secret: you signed up for nearly 6% chance of catastrophic transmission failure. Canada's Automobile Protection Association found Nissan's CVT failure rate since 2010, nearly 6% during warranty period, 3 to 4 times higher than industry average. Consumer Reports, May 2021, of top 10 cars with transmission problems, 5 are Nissans. Transmission Digest, CVT issues represent over 30% of Nissan's powertrain complaints from 2010 to 2020. Why Nissan CVTs fail: steel belt on steel pulleys with only fluid between them. When fluid wears out, metal meets metal, belt slips, transmission dies. Highest complaint models: 2013 to 2017 Altima, 2014 to 2018 Rogue, 2015 to 2018 Pathfinder, 2019 to 2024 Altima, 2022 to 2024 Sentra, 2017 to 2024 Maxima. Nissan Forum's expert consensus: Nissan's maintenance recommendations are absurd. With 30,000 mile changes, we've seen one old Murano approach 500,000 miles. The fix: change CVT fluid every 30,000 miles, not Nissan's 60,000. Use only Nissan NS2 or NS. 3 fluid. Install external transmission cooler, $150 to $250. Following Nissan's 60,000 mile recommendation, CVT failure at 90,000 miles, total cost $4,300 to $7,500. Following 30,000 mile expert recommendation, total investment $850 to $1,250 over 120,000 miles. You're saving $3,450 to $6,250. Bottom line: avoid Nissan CVT vehicles if possible. If you own one, follow 30,000 mile maintenance religiously. There you have it: 7 deadly transmission mistakes costing Americans billions yearly. Master these secrets, extend your transmission life from 100,000 miles to 300,000 or beyond. You'll save between $3,000 and $7,000 by following transmission builder recommendations instead of manufacturer marketing. Remember, manufacturers design transmissions to survive. The warranty period, not last forever. They profit when you buy new vehicles. Transmission builders like ZF and Aisin want their products to last because their reputation depends on it. Trust the builders, not the marketers. If this video saved you thousands of dollars, smash that like button right now and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another money-saving secret. Share this with every car owner you know. Until next time, drive smart, maintain smarter, and remember, your wallet will thank you for watching.